All right, I'm joined now by Jeff Michiels, the operations manager of 911 Rapides 911 and Office of Emergency Preparedness, as the preparations for hurricane season are in full swing. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Colin.
Absolutely. So we're just a couple days away from the start of hurricane season. How is Rapides 911 preparing for that?
So we're always working, we work well with a coalition of people that we work well with regularly, especially during significant events. Folks from like the Red Cross, the United Way, the Homeless Coalition, as well as people that are like faith-based leaders or private industry. We communicate well with those during and ahead of time. We meet with them regularly and communicate well as our local officials, as well as our police jury president. In the event that we have a situation where an emergency declaration is needed, we're working well and informing them continually.
Absolutely. And so obviously ways to prepare, you kind of always have to be prepared for hurricane season, right? So what are some ways that people can prepare for the start of it?
So briefly, you want to have a game plan. So you can go to getagameplan.org. It's a link to the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness GoSet. They have a checklist on there of things that you may want to keep on hand, things that you can imagine like water, batteries, power banks for your cell phones, how to start a kit to prepare, like we're in the days ahead that we are now,
right,
to prepare for times that hopefully will not, but could come.
And so obviously last year we didn't really see a whole lot. We talked about Hurricane Beryl that had a little bit of impact. Francine also got a little bit of impacts here locally. But if we do see those impacts, what should folks do to protect themselves in that event? Well,
they want to, again, have their emergency plan ready. They want to do things like if you have a neighbor that is, disabled or that should need assistance, and you want to check on your neighbors. You want to, just be prepared. You want to be able to call 911 in an emergency. We do stress that if you have power outages and it's not an emergency situation, that you just report them to your power company so that our 911 phone lines stay open for true emergencies.
Yeah, and I think that's very, very important because, you have companies like Clico, some of these other companies that are coming in, they may not know where that's going to be at, so that communication definitely important there.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
All right, any final tips for you?
Like I said, I would refer you to the getagameplan.org.
Okay.
It is a checklist on there, things that I couldn't think to tell you right now that you can read down through, and it'll tell you what to do to prepare. And just know that we are working with our fire departments locally ahead of time. So in the event that if there's any sand or sandbags needed, it would most likely be your fire department you would contact. But you'll want to do that ahead of the event and prepare ahead of time.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Jeff Michiels with Rapides 911, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Colin.
Absolutely.